On this lesson, how to wow future employers, all right? So you get the job, how do you wow the future employers? That's an important one to know, because if you can wow the people you're working for, you can get more work, right? I look at it this way. Every event is basically an audition. So when you come out to do an event, look at it as like an audition. And not just an audition for that day, because you already got the job for that day, so you already know you're gonna get paid. But look at that audition as auditioning for that job for the future. So if you do that job, let's say it's every November, and that job comes up every November, and you continue to do that job, well, guess what? You get it every single year. And how do you get it? By wowing your future employers, and that means doing a great job. And it starts from when they give you a call time to be somewhere at 8 in the morning, be there earlier than that. Be there at 7:30. Why do you gotta be the person that comes in right at the exact time? I don't think that's the best way to do it. If you wanna be prepared, get there ahead of time. And that's one thing, that's a checklist in their head. Your employer is going, wow, look, I told him to be here at 9, or I told him to be here at 8. He's an hour before I told him to be here. He's ready, he's focused, he wants to do the job. So that's already wow factor number one. Now, your employer's going, whoa, I like this guy, he's serious. Comes out, brings his A game, and delivers. And he's here way early. Big stuff. That's a big way to go and wow your future employers. I look at it this way, like 20 years plus of this, okay? Now, how have I gotten one job after another? It's not like there's this big an announcer's union you go to and they tell you what the announcer job is of that week and you agree to taking it. No, you get jobs from other jobs. You get jobs from referrals. So if you do another job, someone else can hear from that person, hey, who did you use as your announcer? Then that becomes you. That becomes you're the guy who gets called up for that. So jobs get you other jobs. And that's pretty much all the time. And when you got production companies that come out, you work for them, and you do a good job, they love what you do, the company goes with them again next year, and now you're gonna get in. What if they get 2 or 3 more other jobs, then they wanna use you. See how it just snowballs into doing one job can lead to so many more jobs. And it's been that way for me since the beginning. I started with one, built to another, and another, and another, and another. So that's important. Also, it's important, wowing your future employees, wowing your future employers, I should say. Social media, all right? Nowadays, believe it or not, when announcers get hired, some companies want to look at what your social media outreach is. How many people do you reach on a daily basis on social media? And that's on all mediums too. So those are the progressive bosses nowadays, right? So you can wow them very easily by having followers. Like you can say to someone, I have a reach of 10,000 followers, or I have a reach of 20,000, or I have a reach of 1 million followers through all my platforms. Well, that's big news, because that's you getting the word out. And if they look at the past things that you post on social media, and that's all the events that you do from here to there, and they like that, well, you're putting the correct hashtags, you're tagging them, you're putting in the right places, sponsors are getting love as well. It's a win-win situation, you look good. But with this in mind, if you're gonna put yourself out there for social media, make sure what you post on social media is okay to post on social media. That means, I like to call it vanilla. You wanna post stuff that's not gonna get you in trouble, because when you're being hired and being looked at nowadays, there's companies that put out watchdogs and look at all your social media accounts that you've done over the years. So if you wanna be this groundbreaking person, you wanna be cutting edge, you gotta be careful what you post out there. Social media can be your friend, but it can also be your enemy when it comes down to it. So do it right from the start, be professional about it, and you're gonna wow your employers for sure. All right, talking how things led to one thing led to another. It all started out for me, well, I got a job volunteering to do a surf report at a radio station, okay? Wasn't even paid. I got paid in concert tickets to do the job, right? So I used that as a launching point. That launched me into a successful X Games career, being a live announcer at X Games for many, many, many years. That also got me into the Olympics, doing music for the Olympics, because I had radio history. Then from the morning show, then I turned into a morning show DJ from doing the surf report. I used that to launch to live announcing, to launch to now over 5 Olympic Games, over 40 something X Games, and I all did this leading from one job to another. How? By wowing my future employers. And that's how you got to do it. You want to wow them, and you want to wow them off the start. because that's how you're going to get more jobs. Can't even tell it how to wow your employers.